Fuck does this water taste like poison? Not a fan of that. Okay. What the fuck? What? Oh, come on. You can't just... I have my concurrent viewers at 0. You can't just show up like that. What are you all doing up so late? Go home. Go to bed. The stream's not working right because I had it as unlisted before I set it to private. Now it's all fucked up. The chat looks weird. Thank you, Star LV, for the $4.99. It's the weekend. It's the freaking weekend, baby. God damn, that's loud.
Not late enough, TBH.
This computer's really loud. It's 12 p.m. This water tastes like poison. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, you're always gonna click on my videos? Impossible. Challenge level impossible. I was thinking about it, yeah, I was thinking about it yesterday. Try not to feel existential dread while grocery shopping. Challenge level impossible. They don't sell the frozen bean burritos at No Frills anymore. I went all the way out there. It's far away. It's far away, but I knew they were open. I was like, they're gonna have the no-name bean burritos. They don't fucking have them anymore. They don't even have the beef burritos. Come on. They're the best frozen bean burritos on the market and the cheapest, and they don't even sell them anymore. I'm gonna have to check like a different No Frills because I know they didn't just completely delete the bean burritos from the No Frills canon. I refuse to accept it. I refuse, especially after they went out of their way to start distinguishing the packaging so you could tell the difference between bean and beef more easily. They made the bean lettering orange instead of black like the beef because I used to get them mixed up. They made it orange so that it was easier to tell. I'm mad. They need to bring them back. Splatfest milk chocolate, obviously. Do I look like I have refined tastes? I assume dark chocolate is for people with refined tastes. I assume. I don't, though. No Frills has a canon timeline. Yeah, No Frills used to be fucking awesome, but then inflation happened and now it's not awesome anymore. I don't know if inflation has anything to do with the bean burritos, but it might. They used to be like $1.
Pretend this is the funny number 4.20.
Thank you, Point, for the 2 reals and 40, whatever the mini version of real is. Thank you. White chocolate doesn't taste like anything to me. I'm not a fan of it. A dark chocolate goblin, but it's so gross. See, I'm saying you have like a refined palate or whatever because like, I don't know, it tastes so bitter to me. I'm just like, I can't eat bitter things. I had to take your sleep gummy. You probably should have. You probably should sleep. That's probably a good idea. Oh, thank you, Alexis, for being a real faker for 14 months. Dark chocolate with fruit. Okay, yeah. You're spitting true facts. Dark chocolate with fruit, real, like... That's like something you'd have on, like, Valentine's Day or some shit. Speaking of Valentine's Day, does anybody... Listen, I know. Most of you are single. No judgment. If you were dating somebody, what would be like... How would you want to spend your Valentine's Day? Is there like a specific activity that you think would be like good for I'm coming up with ideas for a Valentine's Day script. Yeah, you couldn't watch the cooking stream because you were at work and you've never recovered, I assume. At home. Asking for my own plans. I know where I'm gonna be on Valentine's Day. Out of the country. Well, on the way out of the country. I'm going on vacation. That's why I'm preparing things ahead of time. And I'm running out of time. Okay, good night, Super Spike. Devil worship. I can't do anything with demons. I've done too many videos with demons. I gotta take a break. Feeding ducks uptown. You from like the 1950s? That's a very old school idea of Valentine's Day. Easter Bunny ASMR? Oh man. Dinner date could be a good idea. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, where are you gonna go out to dinner? Denny's? IHOP? Waffle House? Girlfriend announces V-Day for being too consumerist. Of course, the joke is at the end is that you actually like got her chocolates and she's like, okay, maybe. Spa date. I couldn't write that. I've never been to a spa. Denny's Valentine's fight. Oh, yeah. The Waffle House is closed. You gotta start running. Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. It's just like, man, like, I know it's kind of a cheap place, but I think we'll have a fun time here for Valentine's Day. And you get there, it's like, huh, the door's locked. What's going on? And then there's a sign on the front that says, the Waffle House is closed. It's just like, oh my god. The apocalypse is happening. Quick, run! What are Denny's like? I don't know. It's just like a diner, but like worse? I don't know. I like Denny's a lot. But like I don't think I've ever been to like a really bad Denny's. I know a lot of people have. You don't have Waffle House in Utah? Going to Canada to see your Canadian girlfriend who definitely exists. This is just a talking stream? Yeah, sorry to disappoint. I'm just here. You know, like, the thing that would be funny to do is, like, going to see your Canadian girlfriend and she's just, like, a bunch of Canadian stereotypes. But the thing is, as a Canadian, I'm not actually familiar with what our stereotypes are besides being polite, maple syrup, and hockey. And also saying A and having an accent that only, like, I don't know, 5% of Canadians actually have. Alright, goodbye, Appoin. Seen the Last of Us show? No. Play video games on gas-powered consoles and ride moose to work. They're solar-powered consoles, actually. People combust when they hear about us using bagged milk. As far as I know, that's only in certain parts of the country. Like, in other parts of the country, they're just like, yeah, we have, I don't know, what do they have? Like jugs or cartons? We have cartons here too. But we have bagged milk as well. I don't know, I find bagged, like, listen, I don't buy bagged milk because if it would go bad before I was able to use it all, but if you have like a big family of people that drink milk, like being able to have just like 3 large bags that you can put in a pitcher is very convenient. The stereotype of Canadians that they apologize a lot. I mean, yeah, I think it got to the point where like in the courts they're like, if somebody apologizes to you for some like for some sort of crime, it doesn't automatically mean they're guilty because they were just apologizing to be polite. Bagged milk is an affront to nature. It's fine. It's literally fine. It uses less. Doesn't it use less waste than like those big jugs do? They're just plastic bags. Hello, Zacinator. Thank you, Parker Green, for the $2. No, oh, my plot's foiled. Yeah, okay, you got me. Listen to Canadian Idiot by Weird Al. Oh my god. Talking about poutine. Yeah, I'm a bad Canadian because I don't like poutine. I don't like curd. I don't like cheese curds. And I don't like gravy. So I do not care for poutine at all. Sucks. But I will tell you that it is a Canadian staple. I went to a wedding once, and it was like in a barn or something, and at the end of the night they had like a food truck come by that was serving poutine, so... Often forget Canadians are unfortunately French. Hey man, only one province is French, and they keep trying to leave. They never will, though. If any of you are from Quebec, I'm saying it to you right now. You're never getting out of this. There's only one place that sells any, but they don't even use cheese curds. It's just shredded cheese. Ew. That sounds worse. That sounds way worse. I mean, Jesus. Like, I already don't like gravy to begin with, but gravy and shredded cheese? Like, what are we doing? What does poutine taste like? It tastes like French fries with gravy and cheese curds on them. That's... you can imagine it. Cheap game devs. Right, yeah. That's why that's why Montreal has so many, like, game development studios. And that's why it's the only city in Quebec that anybody gives a shit about. I don't know. There's Quebec City, but, you know. Quebec City doesn't really have a so nice they named it twice vibe, does it? Which is cheese curd? I don't know, man. I don't like cheese curds, so like, it's just cheese, but it's something different. I don't know. Not as good. Cheddar cheese I'm down with cheddar cheese biscuits. I just don't like gravy. It doesn't taste good to me. There's Toronto, every city and every movie. Don't they? I thought they did that in Vancouver. Like, there's a lot of Vancouver for New York, you know? But I'm pretty sure, like, Scott Pilgrim was, like, set in Toronto and was actually filmed there. That was one of the most surprising things back when that movie came out. Just, like, seeing a character in a movie go into Pizza Pizza, I was like, what? He's Canadian? That was crazy. Deadpool takes place in Vancouver. Wait, it takes place in Vancouver? I guess he is Canadian, yeah. Deadpool is Canadian. I never really thought about where the films were set. Just, vague city location. What's the worst commercial? Anything that, like... So when you play Obey Me, you can get, like, 5 extra plays on a level for watching 5 ads. Any ad that pops up there is the worst one of all time. They're all terrible. And they've only gotten worse since I deleted my advertising ID. Somebody advised that I do that on Tumblr, and I was like, why not? I don't really care about targeted products. But ever since I did that, it's just been like the worst fucking ads imaginable for the worst mobile games imaginable. You know which ones I'm talking about. The ones that have like those... What is it, like Evermore or some shit? I don't know. It's those puzzle games where you move the sticks and stuff falls down. But that's not the actual gameplay, because of course it isn't. And even in the ads, they're like, I bet you didn't think this gameplay was real. It's not real. Ebony, yeah, that bullshit. I remember a while ago, to stop getting the ads, I went to the Google Play Store and reported it for false advertising. I think that actually worked to get them to stop serving me those ads. Ordered Little Caesars last week and it wasn't hot and ready in 5 minutes. What do you want? They're understaffed. You're male age 18 to 25 and get the fur paint ones. I actually think I've seen those. Just, they just show like that one wolf lady, right? It's it's so weird. Like, I know that's not your actual gameplay. I know that this, like, furry woman has nothing to do with this. If people want furries in their, gacha games, I suppose, they can play Arknights. That's a furry game, right? They got furries in there. I think. I keep getting ads for it on Tumblr. They're not going to convince me to play it, though. The Hidden and the Unknown? No, I've not heard of that game. This better not be a lead into something stupid. Random character with cleavage that has nothing to do with the game. Yeah, seriously. Or like, a random character has cleavage and it's the whole point of the game, which is somehow worse. I remember back when I was still working, like, I would get extremely bored at night because there was nothing to do. So I would just end up downloading a bunch of different, like, absolutely rancid games on Android. And I remember downloading one gacha game. It was like generic-ass anime story and whatever. But then one of the main characters who showed up was like a ninja girl who looked like she was maybe like 12, but her sprite had like her entire butt sticking out. I was like, this is ridiculous. And just, that was the only pose she had. It wasn't even just like an eye catcher for perverts. Like, that was just what she looked like. And I was like, no, you know what? This isn't for me. Pass. In the middle of space D&D with the boys. We'll get back to it. You shouldn't get distracted. It's rude. So many mobile game ads are just horny bait. Or they pretend to be horror games, even though they're not. What do I have planned for tomorrow? I don't know. I don't even know if I'm streaming tomorrow. Anything goes on the weekends. Hidden in the Unknown. $2,000, that's MRA the visual novel. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, I think I saw a Critical talk about that. I didn't finish the video, though. I was like, yeah, dumb Steam game, who cares? How'd I do in the last horror stream? Unexpectedly well. I didn't even really get all that scared. I don't know. That's not like me at all. I think just having things to do instead of just wandering around expecting to get scared helped, you know? Why did I start a stream this late? I was bored. Couldn't finish a script. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go all out. I gotta record 5 things. Things happened. I ended up extending out the hyena hybrid script, but just forget it. I was gonna record the whole thing, but I'll just record the first 5 parts. I really need to get it done. Bring the VTuber avatar. I don't have my webcam on. It's not here. It's bad, but it's short enough for you to get a guaranteed refund from Steam. I just don't think Steam should have allowed a game to be sold for $2,000 on their platform. But then again, this is Steam, who will allow anything to be sold on their platform for any amount of money, so, like, why would they ever curate their storefront? Jim Sterling was so right to bitch about that, like... What did they say? It was like... Actually, you know what? I can't actually say what they compared it to because it's pretty gross. But they were right. I was secretly a tomboy? I don't know, man. I have no idea what my aesthetic is. I wear dresses sometimes for special occasions. I've got a pair of pink shoes. I've got nice shirts. I mean, they're not, like, girly or anything, but they're nice. Pokemon ripoff that tried to act like a horror game in their ads. Yeah, Evertale. Actually, you know what? That was, like, an actually half-decent game theory episode. Because MatPat, he played the game, he's like, this is nothing like the ads, it has nothing to do with the ads, don't fucking play this. But he was able to put together a storyline from the advertisements that had nothing to do with the game. So that was at least fun. It sucks, though. Don't play it. Sleep until you've seen this stream through. You should probably sleep. Yeah, wasn't there like 1,000 different ads or like 600? I don't know. It was well into the hundreds. Ever do a collab stream with VAs or VTubers? Probably not. Like, I don't really know anybody who streams. Like, I don't know. Didn't Bambi say she was gonna get into streaming or something? I think she said she was getting a rig or something like that. Maybe we could team up. Have the power. Fusion dance. Mobile game ads have deteriorated tremendously over the past 3 years. Yeah, seriously. I keep getting those ones that are like, help this woman build her house by playing solitaire. I don't... Like, I know that's not the gameplay. I know that's not real. Okay, why do you keep thinking that I know Wholesome Girlfriend? I don't know her. I'm not friends with her. It'd be weird to do a stream with somebody I'm not friends with. It's not like I'm a celebrity, like, making a movie, so, like, I end up on the same panel as somebody. Like, I don't know her. You're on your 5th energy drink? You should stop that, crazy anime gamer. Why do I... No, I don't want to make a Discord... Why are you... Are you here to gaslight me, dude? Like... You know what? We don't have a Discord server, and we're not going to. It's fine, you can ask, but it's like, we don't have a Discord server. Yeah, Discord is crap, Salty Eggs is right. Listen to the eggs. You have a bad heart, you shouldn't be drinking energy drinks then. What does 5 energy drinks give you that, like, 4 doesn't? Is that, like, all at once, or, like, did you put them into, like, one big thing and then, like, drink them all? Like I do with soup? Your girlfriend trash talk about clickbait ads on Valentine's Day. Yeah. It's like, alone on Valentine's Day? Play this dating sim that definitely won't steal your credit card information. The ad that... Oh god, that fucking ad about, like... Listen, I hate all those. There are so many ads that I hate specifically. The one where the mother and daughter get kicked out by the dad and they're in this fucking shitty house and the wind blows in and fucks everything up. Or that one dress-up game with that girl with the infinite mud dress. I hate it. They're the fucking worst. Drank 5 over the past 2 to 2.5 hours. Okay, but what is that doing for you? Did they just taste really good? Valentine's Day is also the week of the Super Bowl now. Okay, but it's not the same day, is it? Isn't it after? I mean, that could be a romantic thing. If, like, the person you're dating really likes football, Super Bowl tickets. That's an expensive Valentine's Day gift, though. Valentine's Day is after. Okay. Well, what are they worried about? I think the real issue would be if, like, I'm sure this has happened before, that Valentine's Day is on, like, Super Bowl day, and there's just been, like, a lot of disappointed people. Got an ad that was pretending to be an open world game like Genshin Impact, but ended up being a matching game with anime PNGs. I remember... I have a song from the trailer for the game because it was really good. I kept it. I don't remember the name of the game though, because it might be like the anime PNG matching game or something like that, because it was a game where it was anime characters, it was sprites of anime characters that fight, but all the anime characters were AI generated. This was before, like, AI generated stuff, like, really took off and became such a hot button issue. But, like, all of the characters, or at least all the characters you battled with, I don't know if they had personalities or anything, were AI generated. It was weird. But I never looked into it further than that, because it didn't make any sense to me. Thank you, Ashby Glenn, for the $1.99.
What's the next ASMR gonna be?
Bro, I don't even know. Just keep an eye out for the Hyena Hybrid Listener. Hard to find orange cream soda? Okay. Well, that's fair, I guess. Neptunia? Is that what it was called? I'd do another Tsundere mermaid? Maybe. Ayo, Milky Way's conductor hat. You change your name? I like Sierra Mist. I've never had it. Policewoman rescues runaway child. What? Why the hell would I want to play a policewoman? You changed your name twice. Okay. We stan. Any yonder is in the future? Yeah, of course. No idea what smacks means. I think it's good, you know. Like if somebody's just like, oh, this owns, you know? It's just like, usually it means like it's good. Depends on the tone, I guess. And sooner a mermaid say human, okay. Human, it's late. You should be in bed. No, human, you need sleep. Have a good night, human. I don't know, like, what you wanted me to do with that, but go to bed, I guess. Good night. I think some people believe in flat earth. Oh, you know. Reasons. There's actually a great video about it. It's called In Search of a Flat Earth. It's by Folding Ideas. It's fantastic. You should watch it. Live roleplay on stream. Oh, I'm terrible at improv. Cheap-ass endless runner games. Yeah, seriously. If I want a runner game, I will just play Sonic Boom. The runner game. Not the one that... There's a difference. They keep rebooting Sonic. The PC's fans are dead. Oh my god. We've all been there. Hello, Kara. Sonic Boom doesn't have as much running. No, I'm talking about the Runner app. I have it on my phone still. I think it's literally just called Sonic Boom. Yeah, it's just called Sonic Boom. There's a 2 on the icon. Because there was like an original Sonic Infinite Runner app. And then they made a sequel to it that was just based on Sonic Boom. Oh, is it called Sonic Boom Dash? Sorry, just on my phone it just says Sonic Boom. What happens if I start it up? Oh, okay, it's Sonic Dash 2 Sonic Boom. I think the app reset on me because I don't think it remembers any of my previous data. That's fine, I don't want to play it anyway. Minion Rush did it first? I sincerely doubt that. Sonic Boom take place in Hiroshima? You know, that's different, right? I guess that's a different thing. Subway Surfers did it first? I really doubt that. You know who did it first? Temple Run. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. I never played that game. You know who did it first? Flappy Bird. It's only 1 p.m. for you because of the time zones. Do I know anything about Love Live? It's really popular. but not really. They've got... I could be wrong. I think I might have a couple of songs from that show on my phone because I found them for reasons at various times. Has anyone else gotten a star they don't know how they got it? Somebody gave it to you. Forgot about Pepsi Man. Oh yeah, Pepsi Run. Or Pepsi Man. He was like an infinite runner. Dude. Pepsi Man. Phineas and Ferb is coming back for another 2 seasons. How? Did Milo Murphy's Law really go that badly? What about actual Sonic? You know, there's gonna be a movie, I think in 2024? The 3rd one? Maybe? I don't know. I hope it has less humans in it. Just the 2nd movie was so promising, and then they spent so much time at that fucking wedding. Ugh. I will never get over it, because it literally shows them leaving as though, okay, here's how Sonic is gonna go on this adventure without us worrying about what his parents are doing. They're just on the other side of the planet at a wedding. But no, they keep cutting to the wedding. I'll never get over it. It was such a dumb choice. Chex Quest. Oh yeah. I'd never finished watching Wayne Radio TV's playthrough of it. It was so funny. He had like Balp and Trog and I think Scorpy just like popping in as though he was like in communications with them. They retconning a few things in the 2 new Phineas and Ferb seasons. How about they retcon Isabella like never being straight up with Phineas? Just like, girl, come on. You know he's got nothing going on. Just get it. We know he would say yes. We all saw the movie. Come on. You updated my TV tropes page. Why would you do that? It wasn't much, but it's honest work. James Cameron Avatar movie should get an animated TV series tie-in. That would suck. I mean, the only reason anybody likes that movie is because, like, it's spectacle, right? It's meant to be seen on the big screen with, like, flashy effects in 3D. If you just made that into, like, a show, I think people would completely lose interest. Or not, you know? I am following, like, the Terato tag on Tumblr, and very occasionally there will be there'll be like a post or like a fic that'll pop up that'll be like somebody from the Avatar movie X reader fanfic, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? What? Okay, yeah, I'll look at it. I'll look at my TV tropes. You gotta give me a second. Wait for Sans. No, I didn't. I kept missing them. Oh, thank you, Ashby Glenn, for the $9.99. You love to be on the human side in Avatar. Oh yeah, you into tall guys? Right. Okay. I did say so, Elsie. You're right. I did say that. It's very late at night. I know what, if I Google myself, does it come up? Fake ASMR? Oh wow, that's like the second result. Why is the TV tropes page above my Tumblr page? That should be... I'm getting shit SEO here.
Okay, bye fake, I go bed now, have money, okay, bye.
Yes. Never take readership seriously? Well, then you're in the wrong place, bucko. I mean, I'm literally doing, like, reader insert, but, like, an audio medium. By being the listener, you are just the reader in a different medium. That's right. You were YN the whole time. Okay. Web video, fake ASMR, tropes. Okay, this'll be quick. Oh, TV tropes has a random trope and random media button. That's dangerous. Words bubbling up like soda pop? No. Is that what it's called? Need a genuine cursed audio from you. Oh, I'm sorry. The bacon martini. What was it? The meat martini? What did I... Sausage martinis? Whatever it was. You know, that guy who put meat into the martinis or something like that. I gotta go look through more old web pages and just steal stuff from them. It was pork martini, yeah. I forgot. That was cursed as fuck. I didn't even come up with it. I love salmonella. That brought him back. Anyway, how do I get into studio mode? The heck is a martini? Oh, you know, it's a drink. Like, literally, it's like... just like a mixed drink. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you all like, pork martini? What? Maybe you should watch my videos for a change. I'm so mean. I'm the meanie of the ASMR community. I ruined your lives for fun and profit. Okay, I'm bringing this thing up. I'll move it over here. So you can still see the chat. I think that'll do. Transition. This is my about page. I don't know if I'd actually be embarrassed about what, the AVGN girlfriend roleplay? Whatever, it's a public video. Contemplating making the actual pork martini? Well, you gotta go to the original webpage and see what the guy did to create it. Well, you know how I feel about that. I don't like it when people call me that, so don't say that. Anyway. I'm gonna say this as seriously as possible. Fake ASMR is an ASMR roleplay channel on YouTube, or, more accurately, an affectionate parody of ASMR roleplays. Some of her videos are romantic, many others are just parodies of common roleplay tropes in general. This sentence feels weird. While most of her videos are disconnected in plot and not part of a big story, many videos are part of a short series, the longer ones being 7 videos, but most being 3 or 4. Series? That can't be a real word. Do I need to rewrite my own TV tropes page? This sentence isn't vibing with me. Who wrote this, by the way? Oh, come on. Really? Commission into... come on, guys. I don't have a TV tropes account. I can't edit this. Elsie, you did this, right? Can you please fix this? Can you please at least fix this typo, please? Thank you. Series is a word. Okay, fine, whatever. Just, they could have at least spell checked it first. That was someone else you could see. Okay, fine, I'm gonna see it. Like, I don't want to call anyone out because that'd be mean, but you know. Is it actually like a link to my commission info? Okay, good. It is. It's the right link. Okay. Fake ASMR provides examples of Berserk Button. People saying her vocal fry makes me sound like a female version of Solid Snake. She's heard it a few times already. This should say her instead of me. Why did we suddenly switch to the first person? God damn it. I don't want to be an... I don't want to be a jackass trying to edit, like, my own TV tropes page. Okay. Cute monster girl. So extremely common, see Fantasy Kitchen sink below, that to list every monster would be a Herculean task. Or at least it would be, if there wasn't a playlist with every example. Thank you. I do curate those very well. Demonic possession. The listener's girlfriend screwed up a demonic summoning, resulting in her soul being sucked to the underworld and the demon taking her body. The demon I have spoilers on my TV tropes page? Girl? The girlfriend was not only cheating on the listener, but planning to sell the listener's soul. Yeah, I'm sorry I just spoiled that audio for everybody. I'll put it away now. You didn't see that. Divine date. A few videos involve the listener's girlfriend being a goddess. Just spoilered it out of habit. Okay. Are you editing, like, multiple TV tropes page? Is this a hobby for you? Fantasy Kitchen Sink. There are goddesses, demons, aliens, vampires, catgirls, wolf girls, giantesses, dragons, necromancers, etc. And those are just the ones with multiple videos. What do all these link to? Our gods are different, our demons are different, alien tropes, vampires are different, catgirl, our werewolves are different, our giants are bigger, our dragons are different, and necromancer. Wow, you really filled this out with links, dude. Giant woman. Giantesses are one of the many unusual creatures to make multiple appearances in her roleplays. Little bit beastly. That one wasn't you? Okay. Dang, alright. People on TV tropes are thorough, though. Quite a few of her videos involve the listener being a neko. That just links to Cat Girl. One particular video has her diagnosing the listener with nekosis, an in-universe disease caused by getting bit by a cat that causes your hearing to slowly fade and your ears to slowly numb until they fall off and are replaced with cat ears. What is this linked to? Body horror. Yeah, that's fair. Another two-part video tells the story of a listener suffering laser-guided karma after stealing a potion from a witch that will increase their cuteness. It turns them into a neko, and the witch forces them to work off the debt in order to cover the expenses for the reversal potion. Vibes. I did write a second part. I didn't do a third part though, did I? I don't remember. Losing your ears sounds genuinely terrifying. You grow cuter ones though. It's fine. Else you fix the intro. Okay, I'll refresh. Okay. I guess it takes a minute. Oh well. Yeah, okay, that's weird. Oh well. I'll look back later. Purgatory and Limbo. One roleplay depicts the afterlife as having a literal waiting room complete with numbers to be called. I imagine that was meant to be a link. Gotta clear my cache. I'm not doing that right now, though. Summoning ritual. Sometimes played straight, but inverted in one instance where the demon summons the listener. The Stinger. Most of her videos have Fake giving a one-liner at the end, usually commenting on the script. The Symbiote. One series features the listener inadvertently becoming a host to a symbiote that greatly enhances their physical attributes. Wonder who added that note. Tsundere, mostly played for laughs. One of the many things Fake has turned tsundere is your computer. Is that a link to the video? That is. If you just hold Control and F5. Alright, this better not like dox me or anything. Hold on. I'm turning the window capture off because I don't trust it. I don't trust anything in this world. That didn't fix it. It still says into. I think it just takes a minute. Oh my god, can I bring up the page again? Anyway. Yandere, parodied and played for laughs. Yandere characters show up a lot. In fact, one of Fake's most popular roleplays is Yandere girl kidnaps you, but you're cool with it. Maybe it's Shift F5. Alright, you're testing me. I'll see. We'll see, Elsie. We'll see. Shift F. Nope, that brings up whatever the console thing is. I don't know, like... You know what? It's fine. I believe you. On Firefox, it's Control-Shift. Okay, fine. You know, this is a little bit complicated over here. Control-Shift-R. Nope. I'm hitting Control F5. It's not working. I'll look at it on my phone. after I exit out of the page. I'm looking myself up on my phone. Fake ASMR. It's me, it's me. Nope, it still says into on my phone. So I don't know what to believe. Thank you, Beto Marco, for the 5... Is that reals? Is that what that is? I know what that is. Pasta with blue cheese make your stomach hurt? Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. I have notifications on my phone. Why did they allow this to happen? Time to buy? Okay. Bye, Nicta. Thoughts on the new Fire Emblem anime, boys? I don't play Fire Emblem. There's a toothpaste guy. He looks like toothpaste. Thank you, Dutch Vanderland, for the $1. That's interesting. A thing popped up. I don't know if anybody else can see this. It says, celebrate the first super chat from Dutch Vanderland. I didn't know it did that for first time super chatters. I don't know if, like, if it wants me to do something. I can't, like, pin the message or anything. We can also see, you guys can also see it. Why does it do that? That's really cool. Thank you, Dutch. Can't remember when it popped up. Maybe it's a new feature. They're like, celebrate when somebody donates for the first time. They're more likely to donate again. I don't know. It's okay, Elsie. I appreciate you telling me that you updated the TV Tropes page. You're a professional TV Tropes updater, of course. Kazuya is on the Sexy Man Wiki. Kazuya who? You know, speaking of anime sexy men, the only anime I'm watching this season is Buddy Daddies, and I'm losing my mind over it. And you need to, you shouldn't have to listen to this, but you probably will listen to this. Fake syrup idea? What's the fake syrup idea? Buddy Daddies is a show about two assassins that end up raising a 4-year-old girl together. And I know, you're gonna be like, oh, that sounds like Spy X Family. It's different. It's kind of the same thing, but it's different. But the thing is that it's two guys. And listen, I know, not supposed to get my hopes up, because it's a bad idea. However, we live in a post-Yuri on Ice world. And so far, there has been no aggressive, no homoing between the two guys, so there's a chance they could be canon. I keep seeing comments that are like, oh man, like, can we keep the shipping to a minimum? I'm sorry, you're watching a show about two men raising a child together and you're like, Man, I sure hope nobody thinks this is gay. Like, it could happen. It probably won't, though, but it could. It's an original anime, so nobody knows for sure. Thank you, Complex Awareness, for being a real faker for 1 month. Awesome. Make brand maple syrup as a merch item.
You're a real
Oh, is that what the maple syrup idea is?
so cool.
I don't think I could afford that. It's, yeah, we don't know for sure. See, the show kind of like... The show went out of its way to, like, not immediately come off as Fujo bait by having Kazuki sleep with women in the first episode. Like, canonically, he sleeps with women. However, he is sharing an apartment with Rei, and it doesn't seem like he's the one paying rent, so... He's literally Rei's housewife, honestly. He takes care of all the chores. He does all the cooking. He is the male wife. Like, come on. There's a chance. There's a fucking chance. Somebody on Tumblr was doing a comparison between this and Yuri on Ice. We're only on episode 4, and they were like, okay, first episode of Yuri on Ice, one of the characters was shirtless. 4th episode of Yuri on Ice, the other character was shirtless. I don't remember the specificities, but it also lines up because, like, first episode, Kazuki shirtless, episode 4, Rei shirtless. So they're like, the parallels, it could happen. I don't know. Maybe not. But it could. It could happen. Just, we used to live in a world where it'd just be like, oh, these two guys raising a kid together, they're totally gonna go no homo with it. But post Yuri on Ice, anything could happen. There's always a chance now. Look, even if it's like not straight up yaoi bait, it is still just like a very nice series about like two extremely damaged men learning to take care of a child and like heal their broken hearts. Because Kazuki's like sad dramatic backstory is that he had a wife who was pregnant, but because he was an assassin and involved in like super dangerous shit, she got killed along with her like not yet born baby, and he's like, you know, dealing with trauma from that. And Rei's traumatic backstory is that he was raised in a mafia family, and his parents never really treated him like a kid. They treated him like a weapon. So they're both learning to be like part of a real family. Either way, it's good, but it would be better if it turned out they were gay. Emo backstory, yeah. I mean, Rei's great because, like, his whole thing is he just wants to stay home and game, but he's also a super competent hitman. So when he goes into hitman mode, he ties his hair back and he's got an undercut, and, like, he basically goes sexy man mode. It's really impressive. Yeah, this is good, but what if they fucked? Listen, I have so many thoughts about this. I think in the second episode we find out that Rei sleeps in the bathtub. And at first I was thinking, oh, like Leviathan from Obey that's funny. And then in the third episode he reveals that he sleeps in the bathtub because, you know, he's a hitman and there could be people breaking into his apartment at any time. He's like, I stay in here in case of an ambush. And I was like, oh, he sleeps in the bathtub because he's traumatized. And then at the end of the episode, Kazuki, Rei, and their daughter's name is Miri, they all end up sleeping in the same bed together, and, like, Rei is actually able to get a good night's sleep. Like, it's so cute. They're fucking adorable together. this stream going or not. I'm talking about anime. Reminds me of the Sonic Destruction where Sonic tells Shadow to go sit in the bathtub and he just doesn't. Oh man. I joined at the most awkward times. You will listen to me talk about whether or not this show is Fujo bait. God damn it. One of Ray's flashbacks shows him having to fight a dangerous guard dog to the death. And then his dad is like, don't call me dad. I'm your boss. And I was just like, oh, fuck. Only raising this little girl who's really annoying is going to cure his cold heart. They're such a cute family. It sounds like it could and should be gayer. You're right. It could and it should. Listen. In episode 4, they're going out of their way to try to find Miri a daycare where she can go for the day because they're just like losing their minds trying to look after her. And just they have to go into like interview at the daycare, and it's at that point that they kind of realize how awkward it is that they're both guys, but they don't deny that they're both her dads. Like, she calls both of them Papa. It literally, like, they gotta figure it out sometime. They haven't explicitly said no homo, so there's still a chance. 'Cause I can picture this so clearly in my head, like a buddy cop, or just like a buddy movie from, like, the 2000s of two guys learning to look after a baby, and there would definitely be a moment where somebody looks at them and just be like, oh, are you two, like, together? And they'd be just like, no, of course we're not gay. Like, I don't know, it's just refreshing to not see that. How'd they even get the kid? Oh, I forgot to tell how they got the kid. Okay, so they had an assassin job where they were going to kill a guy at a hotel. And, so Miri showed up at the hotel and they were just like, oh, it's just this random kid, right? And then she got involved with the whole thing, and the guy they were supposed to kill ended up holding a gun to her head, but they saved her. And then at the end of the episode, they found out that that guy was actually Miri's dad. And that her mom had sent her to that hotel to go see him because she was tired of raising her. And then they try to bring her back to her mom, but her mom's just like, I can't handle raising a kid because, like, she's basically like a prostitute and everything. And they're just like, fine, we're gonna look after her now. Watch the anime. It's very dramatic, but, like, at the same time, it's really cute. Like, the end credits has Miri and, like, playing around in a bunch of different cute outfits. She's an adorable little girl. She's also very annoying, very realistic. Thank you, John Turner. Thank you. I don't sound like Solid Snake. I don't. Why don't they give her to an orphanage? Because they're attached, okay? There was... Listen to me. In episode 3, I'm giving complete spoilers. In episode 3, Ray is, like, flashing back to his traumatic backstory with his father, and he asks Miri, like, what does the word Papa, like, mean to you? Like, why do you call Kazuki Papa? And she's like, a Papa is someone who saves you when you're in trouble. And then, while that's going on, this is all while Kazuki was talking to Miri's mom. And, like, Miri runs off, she gets lost, and then she ends up getting, like, you know, there are police officers who are like, oh, there's this lost child here. And Ray's, like, looking from around the corner, he's like, yeah, I could just let the police take her away and then I'd never have to deal with her again. But then he sees how scared she looks, and he's just like, he thinks back to when she said, like, a Papa is someone who saves you. And then he goes, and, like, he looks at the cops, and they're just like, who are you? Like, is this your friend's kid? And he's like, no, I'm her Papa. It's so fucking good. and then they go meet up with Kazuki, and he doesn't even, like, they understand each other so well that Kazuki doesn't even have to say that Miri's mom doesn't want her back. He's just like, I've just got no luck with women. And then he says, do you want to go get dinner? And Rei says, for 3? And Kazuki says, for 3. Because they're a fucking family.
That's so cool.
Thank you, Raven236, for being a real faker for 17 months. Spy and Hitman living together. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't seen Spy X Family. I've just seen GIFs. It looks good. I just haven't seen it. Also, you know that Buddy Daddies is a big deal because it has an English dub. I think there's only 2 episodes so far. I'm watching the subbed episodes because I want to keep current with it, but it's got a dub, so that means there's got to be something going on with it. There's an anime where the Yakuza's best assassin retire. Yeah, Way of the House Husband. Or is that a different one? Because I don't remember, like, an assassin trying to take him out in that series, but maybe. I didn't read too far into it. Oh, you got your food. Congrats. We stan. Dark Souls 3 is easy compared to Elden Ring? Really? I always pictured Elden Ring as being, like, a good spot for newcomers to come into the Souls series. House Husband. Yeah, I remember hearing about that it was like a limited animation kind of show. It also had a live action show. I remember seeing clips of that, which totally makes sense because that's an anime that you could just easily make into just like a sitcom or something. I could totally imagine like an 80s sitcom about a husband that used to be a mafia guy, and they always have to deal with like potentially life or death shenanigans. That would be fun. Wow. Elden Ring was your first Souls, like, damn, okay. No matter where you are, there's always going to be a Brazilian there. Well, I'm not going to come to Brazil, but I appreciate you being here, person. Elden Ring is not beginner friendly. Okay, fine. It just seemed a little bit more accessible and prettier. The noodles are too spicy. No! That's the worst. You know what? There's like, I don't know what brand it is, but it's a newer brand of frozen food where, you know, it's like the meals, like basic, like chicken and frickin' mac and cheese. But they've got this, like, buffalo mac and cheese or whatever. I didn't know that meant it was going to be spicy. The only food that they have that, like, isn't spicy is just, like, their all-day breakfast or something. I don't know. Like, that brand has really delicious-looking frozen food, but it's so fucking spicy. I don't like anything that I eat to be spicy. Not at all. Not even a little. I don't understand the point in it. What, like... They're all just like, oh, the flavor. I love spicy food. I'm like, why? It just hurts. It doesn't taste like anything. It just hurts. Buffalo is a very inconsistent label for food. So does buffalo just mean that it's spicy? I didn't know that. I was just like, oh, buffalo. That means that it's got chicken in it or something. I don't know. As a Mexican, I'm offended. Well, I'm sorry. I could never be Mexican. Listen. I respect the Mexican people, but I don't want to eat spicy food. Spicy food is about the cool down from eating it. Right, it makes you sweat, so like you can feel cooler on hot days, but pass. We have air conditioning now. Guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think we should be talking about Brazilian politics in my chat right now. The Mexican community, me, has forgiven fake ASMR. Oh, good. 99% of the time, buffalo means spicy, but why? It's buffalo sauce? Is that what it is? That's what it means? I had no idea. Thomas, we really don't need to talk about Brazil's murder rate. We really don't. Clueless. Yeah, I am clueless because I don't like spicy food. I never... It's a style of hot sauce. Oh my god. Buffalo sauce is mostly vinegar? Are you fucking kidding me? I love vinegar. That shit was not mostly vinegar. Has a different taste compared to other hot sauces. I didn't notice anything. It was just frozen mac and cheese that was spicy and hard to eat. And it annoyed me because those frozen foods are like, they're the new fancy kind, so they're more expensive than the other ones you can get, like fucking Stouffer's or whatever, lean cuisine. They're all trash, but like, that one was more expensive. Remember the sock? I told you to forget about the sock. It's your first time actually coming to a stream? Wow, that's wild. Why would you... Listen. You can still turn back now. Disintegrate if you tried buldak 2 times spicy Korean noodles. Listen, I went to a Korean place. They had like the peppers next to the pictures of the stuff on the menu. I was just like, well, if that says spicy, I know it means fucking spicy. I'm not trying any of these. You know, it is interesting, like, you know that Hot Wings, is that what it's called? The YouTube channel where they interview somebody while eating, like, spicy chicken wings. And I remember when Gordon Ramsay did it, I think. He was like, he was having an absolutely horrible time with it. But then I think when Marcus Brownlee did it, he got to the last chicken wing and he was like, whatever. I don't know, how can some people, like, handle it so well? Mapphead has been trying to get on Hot Ones for a while now. Really? Is that his next big goal? Do they put YouTubers like I know that Marcus Brownlee is a YouTuber, but like he's more mainstream. He's just like a tech reviewer. Do they put YouTubers like that on Hot Ones? Has PewDiePie been on Hot Ones? Yes, Codex, you said the Hot Ones. Thank you. Right, he's English. Okay. I don't think I'd be any better, though. He's been trying to get on since 2018. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. He's never gonna make it. I did notice your comment, John Turner. Never do that again. Matt Pat video on Hello Neighbor. What? I don't know. Isn't Hello Neighbor like a weird big franchise now? Didn't it have like a TV show or some shit? Why'd they even bother? It wasn't a good game. Time they took Gordon Ramsay to see how cocaine was made? Hey. He knew. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm missing the shared live in Ensemble Stars. Hold on a second. They never expect it. Sound like what is it, Raiden or Raiden? No, you know what? Raiden he's the guy from Mortal Kombat. The movie. Tried to recreate Hot Wings at home with two of his workers. Oh my god, that's kind of sad. You ever roleplay an autistic girl? I do that every day. Guys, the cooks. He doesn't know Harry Potter is good. Nobody should know who Harry Potter is. Listen, I've never played Mortal Kombat, but I'm mildly fascinated with the old Mortal Kombat movies. Haven't seen the new one. I remember the We Hate Movies podcast episodes about Mortal Kombat, the movie, and they were just like, they were theorizing about what a potential Mortal Kombat resort would be like. Sub-Zero runs an ice cream stand. Yeah, seriously, I don't know how they came up with cocaine from just like what they were doing. I mean, humans are endlessly innovative and such. People trying to cancel Hogwarts Legacy? I mean, it should be canceled. That'd be really cool, actually. I'd love it if that game flopped, but I know it's not going to. Wouldn't it just be so awesome if the devs were just like, yeah, you know what, fuck this, the game's never coming out, ever. Because of the blood libel. Okay, listen, I haven't been up on the news because, like, I don't like to hear anything about Harry Potter ever. But isn't it true that, like, the character you play in the game can have a house elf slave? I'm pretty sure that's in the game. And listen, I know people will endlessly argue about how, like, house elves are happy to be slaves, but I think that makes it even worse, and I think, like, you know that makes it worse. Thanks for the reminder I needed to buy it. What? What do you mean, buy? Listen. You could not participate in the blood libel video game, or you could, like, pirate it instead of giving them your money that you presumably worked hard to earn. He means cocaine. Okay. You know what? I would say, given the investments, buying cocaine, probably a better use of your money than buying the Harry Potter video game. Hold on. I'm slowly working my way through the shared life. I don't want to waste an autoplay on it because that uses BP and we're in the middle of an event right now. I still haven't gotten the Hajime card. I swear I'm gonna get it. It's gonna happen. Just because you have a house elf doesn't mean you'll abuse it. Yes, just because you have a slave doesn't mean that you're mean to them. Do you hear how crazy you sound? Like, this is like that anime brain poisoning thing where, like, a guy gets isekai'd and then he buys a slave, but he's nice to her, so she stays with him just because she's nice. You know? Hoping for Nintendo's gonna have a non-Mario movie direct. Ah, the dreams. Imagine Street Fighter crossing over with Mortal Kombat. That has to have happened before. No? Who owns... Street Fighter's Capcom. Who owns Mortal Kombat? Tell me. Tell me. Wait, WB owns Mortal Kombat? Ooh, they'd never get along. Alright, goodbye, crazy anime gamer. Way to lose street cred. Hold on. The second song in the shared live is a Mam song. You know what I've noticed about... Mam has 3 songs, not including Double Face, in Ensemble Stars, the English version. And all 3 of them end with 2 hold notes fanning out to the sides. His songs are so fucking boring, but for some reason he was really killing it when Kohaku showed up. Like I'm saying, notice me senpai from a corner 36 billion feet away. Damn, okay. I play Cookie Run Kingdom? No, I don't have any interest in that. Didn't they do I think I saw an ad for like a BTS crossover they did with that. Isn't there like a BTS rhythm game where it's them doing like... They have like chibi BTS dudes doing dances? I guess if you're a big fan of BTS, you'd be into that, but like... I'll stick to OnStars. So a BTS McDonald's meal? I thought that was limited. Isn't that gone now? They had a BTS in Disney last year? Oh my god. Listen, it probably won't happen, but how hilarious would it be if there was a Twisted Wonderland and BTS crossover? That would never happen, though. I don't think the Twisted Wonderland universe even has Korea. Do I watch foreign films? Not really. Unless anime counts. Doubt it, though. Oh yeah, I am Canadian, so I guess I do technically watch a lot of foreign films. Alright, shared live is done. I got all my diamonds. I think the guy who I paired up with forgot about it, though, so I'm probably not going to get the extra rewards. Which is fine, because I have like 1,000,000 gems anyway. I'm just glad I was able to find someone to pair up with for the diamonds. Okay, man. I don't need street cred, but I already have some. The house elf is there to give you evil or good. Okay, so like what? Your karma system is based on how you treat your house elf? I don't know, man. I feel like having just a slave in general just tips your karma into the negative zone. Whatever, dude. We're not gonna agree on this. Expect me to be into Korean flicks. Oh no, I'm not. What do they call that? Like a... I don't know if it's a mean term to say. They used to call people like that Koreaboos. Just like, it was all spin-offs of like weeaboo. So there'd be like weeaboo, teaboo, Koreaboo, freeaboo. It kind of lost all meaning. Does Canadian cartoons count as watching foreign films? It might. Have you ever seen Total Drama Island? That's a Canadian show. Very foreign. What would I do if I were the Prime Minister of Canada? Quit. I'm not fit to be in government. Yeah, Total Drama Island is Canadian. Why'd you think that one guy was always wearing like a maple leaf on his shirt? Also, the Canadian version has a different ending than the international version. Apparently. Like, if there's one winner on the international version, like... the other person wins in the Canadian version. So, yeah. I don't remember, like, how they set that in canon, though, for, like, the following seasons. Yeah, 16 is also Canadian, but I don't think that's even being, like, shown in, like, reruns anymore. It's kind of antiquated now. All the characters had, like, had flip phones, because, you know, it was the 2000s. Not nary a smartphone to be seen in that show. Bambi, come on. I know it's like 3 a.m. where you are. Isn't the host character in TDI canonically from Nova Scotia? Maybe? I don't remember. I think he's voiced by the same dude who voices Jude from 16, though. It's 4:38 a.m. Oh, really? Don't you ever get tired? I don't know. I would understand if you were on, like, a modified schedule or something, because, like... There's a streamer I know about who's on a modified schedule where she basically works night shift because most of her audience is American, and she's in, like, the Netherlands, but, you know. Academic attendance is fucked. Oh, come on. Bambi. You're, like, actively going to school. You have shit to do during the day. Me, I'm a horrible NEET who makes YouTube videos. Please. You can do it. I know academia is like a fucked system, but please. It's so much money. Goosebumps is Canadian. Right. I've actually never watched that show. I didn't watch it as a kid. Thank you, EddieBoy94, for the $5. We stand Owen from Total Drama. Yeah, he was the guy with the Maple Leaf shirt. He won in, I think, the Canadian version. I don't remember. And I think it was Gwen who won in the international one. Okay, well, that is fair, Bambi. It is the weekend. I'll give you that one. It's fine. You can stay up late on the weekends. That's normal. But please get some sleep. have a good sleep. There's no such thing as Caillou. Oh my god. Don't remind me of it. It's gonna get the friggin' theme song stuck in my head. It's stupid catchy. 0-1 in the version they played on Cartoon Network. Oh, okay. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did have the same ending. I'm not sure. I remember hearing that the international version and the Canadian version was different. No! Capybara, why do you have the lyrics to Caillou's theme song on lock there? Why do you have that loaded and ready to go?
We stand Owen from Total Drama.
Finally going looking for a condo next month, and I'm afraid I'm gonna pick one with a crippling flaw and regret it because that's how my anxiety works. Listen, no matter where you go, there will always be some sort of flaw. It's always gotta be like the flaws you're willing to deal with. But like a whole condo though, like a with like a mortgage and such, like not just renting. Dang. You know, I did think about getting a condo, but like, I don't know, I don't think I could even afford that. Got like 90K set aside. Dang, okay. You know what? It's a good spot into like owning your own place. You don't gotta deal with like a landlord hassling you for rent. I respect that. My landlords don't hassle me for rent. They just take it out of my bank account whether I want them to or not. Actually, when I was living in my old place, I had to hassle my landlord to take the rent. Because before he hired a property management company to look after the place for him, he was basically running it by himself because his mother was the owner. And he didn't take, like, e-transfer or anything, and I didn't have checks because, you know, I'm, like, just like a dumbass college student. So eventually it would get to the point where I was, like, 2 months behind on rent. Because I had the rent in cash, he would just never come by to pick it up. He never got upset or anything, though. It's just like, yeah, I'll get it when I get it. Which college did I attend? I'm not telling you what college I attended. Are you kidding me? It was a small college. That's like dox-worthy. What do you mean, how did I not have checks? I had a debit card. Literally every apartment I've had since then, it's all just been like, yeah, just give us, like, you can just pay online. I've never had checks. I've never needed them for anything. Alright, good night, Nicole. Like, I don't know. By the time the property management company took over, I was heading out one day, and they were like, these guys, they were doing like the checks with their clipboard. They came up to me, and they're just like, hey, you live in this apartment, right? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah, you're 2 months behind on rent. And I'm like, I have the money. He never came by to collect it. So I just gave them the money. I'm just like, yeah, great. Please allow me to, like, give you the rent regularly. Have a checking account for years. I have a checking account, I just don't have checks. I'm sure I could ask for some at my bank, but what would I use them for? What do you use checks for, Anthony? Everyone in my family gets paid via check? What? Every job, like, I've had one job where I got paid with checks, And that was when I worked at like A&W in high school. I'm still holding a grudge about that. Not because of the checks, but for other reasons. Like, that's the only time I've ever gotten paid in checks. Every other job I've had was like, yeah, give us your bank information and we will just direct deposit it. What do you mean you're still getting paid with checks? Your job's too stupid for direct deposit. Jesus, really? Getting paid with like just like a paper that says here's your paycheck feels so antiquated. Yeah, A&W. Listen, I will not deny that A&W, they have some delicious burgers. Their root beer is some of the best in the business. But they fired me for not smiling enough, so I'm still holding a grudge. I was doing a great job. I was a dedicated worker. I was working the cash register and cleaning the place up. It sucked ass, but I was efficient. They fired me. They said this because I didn't smile enough. They can fuck off. And the worst part is that, you know, I was known at the time for having a bit of a resting bitch face, and I knew that if I... Listen, I told my parents that I got fired, and they were like, well, why'd you get fired? And I lied, and I told them that they had hired too many people, because it was a brand new A&W, like a brand new place. They had just, like, they had hired a bunch of people to staff the brand new A&W that were completely inexperienced at working at an A&W. So I told them that they had hired too many people in their hiring spree, and they were like, oh, okay. They were still disappointed, though. But seriously, it was better than having to listen to, like, all the bullshit I would have gotten for getting fired for not smiling enough. Like, if I had told my parents that I got fired from A&W for not smiling enough, I never would have fucking heard the end of it. I would still be hearing about it today if I had told them that. Because they'd just be like, you're an actress, you know how to act, why can't you just smile more? And I'm like, it's not that fucking easy. My brother got fired from Subway because he couldn't sweep the floor correctly. How? Gotten away with almost fighting a customer before. Damn, I wish. I'd fight a customer. I feel bad being a customer. I go through self-checkout every chance I get because I'm just like, I don't want to bother them. Hold on, I'm gonna go get some more water. Don't do anything dumb while I'm gone. Oh, hold up. I can bring up my hold screen. Yeah! Look at Maui until I get back with my water. Based. Man, we didn't even get all the way through the ma'am song. He looks so fabulous, doesn't he? Anyway. Sorry, no more Maui. Could have sued them. I only worked there for like 2 weeks. Actually, the crazy thing is, okay, I've always had a bone to pick with this about part-time work, that it doesn't have a consistent schedule. Like, everybody's hours change week to week, which I think is incredibly shitty management. So, I worked there for 2 weeks, pretty random hours, and then the next week, I called to ask what my hours were, and they said, "We don't have any hours for you this week." And I was like, "What? Okay." And then the next week I call and I'm like, "What are my hours?" And they're like, "Okay, you have like one shift on this day." And I was like, "Okay." And then I do the shift and then they're like, "Yeah, this shift was like a test and you failed. You don't smile enough. We're firing you." I'm just like, "Okay, fuck this." Like, seriously, fuck this. So my last paycheck was $20.50. I still remember it so vividly. Like, they didn't even bother to cut me a check or anything. They just took $20.50 out of the cash register and gave it to me. It sucked. It sucked so bad. I think they were trying to make me quit by giving me no hours, but it's not like I had anything else to do. Some dude tried to steal a bag of chips from my work, punched him in the face, didn't get punished at all. I mean, that's cool as hell, but I don't know. If somebody tries to steal from your work, just like let it happen, man. It literally doesn't matter. Who in their right mind would expect fast food workers to be happy? Yeah, seriously. Like, I remember the first couple of days we were working there, because like everything goes wrong at the beginning, right? Our debit machines went down, so we could take cash only. And this guy came up to the register and he's just like, "Yeah, can I like pay for this with card?" And I'm like, "Sorry, it's down." And he's like, "Okay, I'll go hit up the ATM." And then he did that and came back, and then he was like, "Hey, I just want you to know you're doing a good job here." And I was like, "Thank you." That meant so much to me that that guy was just like, "This is like, I know everything's like shit, but you're doing a good job." Like, legit, I still think about that guy because he was just so fucking nice. It's weird that a place that I worked at for just like maybe 2 weeks and an extra shift had such an impact on me that I'm still kind of holding a grudge to this day. I don't like to buy A&W root beer because I'm just like, you fuckers, you fired me for not smiling enough. He punched you first. Okay, self-defense. I understand. Good excuse to get in a fight. What am I meant to be holding? I'm not holding anything. I'm just sleeping. That's my cutesy anime girl sleeping pose. Unfortunately, the person who drew it disappeared off the internet entirely and deleted all their accounts, so I don't know, guess I'll have to hire somebody else to draw my floating self. If I ever want to update. Yeah, the fake me is holding a grudge. When the waitresses said she appreciates me for my work. Yes, exactly. It's just like having somebody say like, "Hey, you're doing a good job," is just like, yeah. Work allows you to fight back if a customer reaches through the window. If a customer reached at me through, like, I'm assuming a drive-through window, they would lose their fucking hand. It's like, hey, I'm the one that's, like, next to a kitchen here. I have access to weapons. Wasn't saying that to sound like I'm rich, bitch. No, I wasn't getting that vibe at all. I'm just, you're saving up your money so you can afford like a living space. You know what? Good for you. You might want to get a condo that doesn't have an HOA though. I don't know if that's possible though. There was a second R.I.P.D. movie? Huh, I thought the first one bombed. I'm holding that customer being nice. You were fired because customers were scared of you because you're missing an eye? Oh, that's fucking discrimination. That's fucking bullshit. Audrey went to, they have dorms but nowhere near any place to get groceries or eat. Yeah, that was the same for my college, but when you were in the dorm, you had like a mandatory meal plan. And if you had any money left at the end of the year, you didn't get any money back from the meal plan. So, on my last day of the year, I just like went and bought like 50 bags of chips from the vending machine in the dorms because it took the meal plan. I just like bought all the chips and like the candy. I'm just like, I'm getting my money's worth, fuckers. That meal plan was fucking expensive. Like, I think it was like $2,500. There's no way I've spent that much on food in a year. No way. Not a chance. The only reason it was like that much is because the food that they sold at the cafeteria was really expensive. They had great pasta, though. Okay, goodbye, conductor hat. HOA regulations aren't legally enforceable if you don't sign anything. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Like, I've definitely heard of people, like, having to pay legit fines or going to jail over HOA shit. Second one was a prequel in Western Times with a younger version of Jeff Bridges' character. Oh, okay, so that's how you make it cheaper, right? You don't have to have any of, like, the famous people from the first movie. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, you have a very long name, and I'm not about to call you Milky. You don't drive a fancy car where I'll end up dating someone and worrying if they just want money or whatever. I mean, that's fair. I mean, if you've got a condo, you are a landowner. That already puts you in, like, I don't know how the percentiles work, but, like, you know, it puts you tier, S tier, you know, high tier or whatever. You have a place. You have land. I don't know. You own a box. I mean, that's what a condo is. It's a box in a building. I live in a box in a building, but I don't own it. It's a confidence/anxiety thing. What? Listen, just get a car that works for you and is reliable. And don't get one with a touchscreen. That's the fucking worst. I have a car with a touchscreen, like an old bad one, because it's a hand-me-down car. It's like from 2010. It's got a connector cable for... Like, it's got a connector cable that connects directly to the music player, so you can change the music that's playing on your device from the touchscreen. But the connector is only for the old iPhone 30-pin connector. And that was already out of fashion even at the time the car was new. Fortunately, it also takes aux cable, but, like, you know, I can't use the screen to change the song. And it has Bluetooth, but I can't play the music over Bluetooth. Fair balance of practical and CGI stuff. Oh, nice. There's a famous chatter that goes by eating Mike Tyson's ass that super chats random VTubers so they say his name. That's pretty funny, actually. Oh, you got an Infinity discounted? Nice. Both of your cars have so much wrong with them. Oh, man. All of my cars have been hand-me-downs. I don't want to buy a new car, because, like, it's convenient to have, I will admit, if I want to go somewhere, but I don't drive it on a regular basis for it to be, like, worth it. Oh man, catalytic converters. That shit's crazy, dude. People steal those. I don't know what they do, though. I think the Virgin versus Chad meme. I like the fan art where they're dating. I think the Virgin and the Chad should make out. That'd be cool. First car was manual transmission. Oh, I can't drive a manual. Alright, good night, bear. Dad's heat doesn't work. He has to hijack his car to get it started because the key slot doesn't work. My mom's car always had something wrong with her tires or something. Oh, not the tires. Fucking goddamn it. Back when I still owned that fucking van. My dad was like, yeah, you need a new tire on the back here because this one's deflating too fast. I'm like, all right. And he's like, this guy that is like good at car repairs, he got me a used one. I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, you put it on. I'm like, all right. First time driving it, I'm just like, this is feeling a little bit weird. Go around the corner, it fucking explodes. Like, not as though it like broke into pieces, but like it just like came off the rim and went completely flat and was useless and was like fucking terrifying because I turned to go over a bridge. And I was freaking out, and like later, like I'm talking to my mom about getting the car fixed, and I'm just like, listen, I will pay for a new tire. Just get me one that doesn't fucking explode. Want the Chad to turn the Virgin into a Chad? No. They don't have to fuck. Besides, fucking once does not make you a Chad. The Virgin would still be like a slouchy, like not quite emo boy. You know, it's like that ship dynamic. Like, just like the miserable one and the ball of sunshine. What was my Aaron Hansen moment? Sister's BF's meth head dad's in jail for stealing catalytic converters. Oh my god. You don't have to fuck to be a Chad. That too. You could just be like a Chad. Oh right, I remember that. He's like, cool, that car exploded. Yeah, I've never had a car catch fire. I do recall, though, one time driving, I think my sister was driving my mom's car. We were going to school, and just like the front of it just let out like a big plume of smoke while we were driving, like out of like the hood, and then it stopped and we just kept driving and it didn't do that again. Don't know what that was about, but it was fine. Hard to get more adventurous than that, yeah. There's such bad luck with cars. Why didn't you stop? Well, we were almost at school. We were on like the middle of a busy road, and we were almost at school. Usually the color of the smoke tells what's wrong. I think it was kind of pink. You got hit by a fire truck once. Oh my god. And then they had to put the fire out on your car? Pull over. We were almost at school, though. We pulled over at school in the parking lot. Been here for almost an hour. I've been here for 2 hours. Why did I do this? If I'm getting vaccinated and a fucking truck drove through the front of the CVS. Oh no. That'd be the fucking worst, right? Because, like, imagine you've got the needle in your arm and then something surprises the person giving you the shot. Oh god. But the English dub of Spy X Family, yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it eventually. When do the two hot people make out? Or is that later? I don't know what the story is there. Like, I know the one guy's on like a mission, so he has to make like a fake family or whatever, but how does he end up married to the woman but not romantically engaged with her? Listen to me. I'm fixated on this because it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I'm sure they explain it in the show, but how the shit did he end up married to a woman that, like, that doesn't know about his mission? Because, as far as I know, she doesn't know he's a spy, and he doesn't know that she's an assassin. They're just kind of living together. It's the fourth time tonight you've been like, they should make out. I don't know, maybe I'm just... You know, it's almost Valentine's Day. Maybe I'm just in a shipper mood. Forgive me for being such a fujoshi that I'm even shipping hetero couples. Sometimes the gay boys are not enough. Yeah, seriously, it's just like, it's like playing with Barbie dolls. Now kiss. Listen, you think this is bad? I could talk for hours upon hours about ships I like, but I won't. What about bisexuals? They can make out too, I don't care. I like romance stories, okay? I'm sorry if I'm a stereotype. I mean, I can't even tell you how many, like, BL mangas I've read where one of the guys thinks he's straight at the beginning. The basic rule is everyone should make out. Straight, heterosexual, straight. Right. It's about your shipping wall. I don't have a shipping wall. I would never do that. I do want to get some more posters in here, honestly. Like, this fucking Landlord White is kind of bugging me. But then again, if I cover the walls in Maui posters, people are gonna ask questions. I hate it when people come over and they ask questions. Ah. It's a cloak for both of them. Twilight gets a mother figure to help Anya get into Eden, and Yor gets people to forget she might be an assassin because she's not dating anyone. Okay. So her being single was really putting the heat on her for her possibly being an assassin. They're just like, oh, that woman's married. She couldn't possibly be a killer. You have good memories of Valentine's Day. That's fair. Like, no, not everybody has to celebrate Valentine's Day. It's a day for couples, and if you're single, you shouldn't feel bad about that. It's like if you're missing a holiday for a religion you're not a part of. Sorry, I put up a bunch of posters of the same anime boy. It's a disorder called being a goddamn genius. Maybe I could get away with it by putting up alkaloid posters. I'm sure those have got to exist somewhere. Just like, you know, it's like, oh, it's like an anime band I like. Never mind the fact that I have drawn hearts just like around one specific guy. I was straight for most of my life, so it's not exactly an inaccurate trope. Yeah, I feel like everybody, like, I don't know, this is probably not the right place to talk about this, but, you know, sexuality is a spectrum. People, like, change their labels over the course of their lives. I always feel like it's really rare for people to be 100% straight. I feel like there's always a situation in which somebody who believes that they're straight could end up with somebody who is the same gender as they are. There's always a chance, is what I'm saying. That's why I always say I don't know what I am, because I feel like it would be very foolish to call myself straight. It's my favorite yandere roleplay. I don't know. Well, thank you, Complex Awareness, for the $10.
Or whoever you want, get rid of the landlord white.
Thank you. I'll try to look into it. It's just anime posters themselves are a little bit hard to transport because, you know, they're like long. But I'll look into it. I think I could get my hands on an alkaloid poster. Everybody straight till Germa walks in. Yeah. Sparkle on. It's Wednesday. Who inspired you to get a MyWii backsplash for your phone? I found mine on Tumblr. I just looked up Ensemble Stars wallpapers. Or it was like a tag that somebody had on their blog and I looked it up. You just scroll long enough, you'll find a wallpaper for a character you like. People just be making anime wallpapers. Actually, my wallpaper on my computer right now is Mika's Link Click card. It took a really long time to find a high quality was PNG, I don't know. Just an image that was big enough so that it didn't look blurry on my home screen. And it's still like not 100% like HD. But there's only so much you can do because these cards are meant to be viewed on phone screens. They're just not available in like super ultra high quality. Mika, he's from Valkyrie. I know he doesn't have much to do with MyWii, but he's also from Ensemble Stars. Out of cute guys and MBs out there, too many for me to be straight. Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, like, listen, there could be a world where I'm just like, I don't want to date girls. But there could also be a case where it's just like, there are non-binary people out there, probably not straight. So one of his clips and the other, someone asked about TF2 and he was like, half the people watching now probably have no idea I was ever on YouTube. Well, yeah, didn't he start, God, this chair is creaky. Didn't he start by doing TF2 videos? Hello, Jennifer. Looks at the girlfriend, looks at the ring. It will be used at the right time. Yep, I'm straight. I just say I'm very new to the ES fandom. That's fair. I mean, there's like 50 characters. When I first started the game, I was just referring to characters by like that guy. The only people whose names I knew for sure were in Alkaloid. And even then I was like, oh, it's that guy. But the thing is there's so many characters, it's hard to get definitive with it. Mika's the guy with heterochromia. He's the only one that has that. But if you say something like the guy with pink hair, that could be at least 3 different guys. Maybe. Maybe it's 2 different guys. Just off the top of my head, Shu and Kohaku have pink hair. There might be a 3rd one, though. I don't remember. The alibi for Spike's family is that Lloyd Forger had Anya Forger with a woman, but that woman died and he remarried to your Forger, allegedly creating the Forger household. Right, their name's Forger. That's so silly. I'm sure it sounds like very European and Japanese, but like, he's like, yeah, my name is Forged. I have to type something. Go to sleep, Thomas. Like, you don't have to stay awake for this. Only know Toru. Yes, Toru's the other one with pink hair. Thank you. Or Tori. I mean, and if you say something like the guy with blue hair, you're also guaranteed to hit at least 3 people as well. Or the guy with white hair. That's 3 dudes too. Guy with green hair, there's at least 2 of those. There's only so many colors you can make guys' hair. Actually, you know what? Fun little detail that you might notice that, like, definitely makes the ship canon, and this isn't weird at all, is that Maiwi's hair is the same color as Tatsumi's eyes, I think. I could be completely wrong about this. And Tatsumi's hair is the same color as Maiwi's eyes. So, like, they're basically married. Another disguise Twilight uses with the last name Phony. Yeah, you gotta add the hair color and eye color. Well, there are certain, like, specificities that, like, could single it out, but if you just say the guy who's a vampire, that doesn't narrow it down either, because there's 2 vampire guys and they're brothers. If you say the guy with long hair, people would automatically think Wataru, because he's got the longest. It's ridiculous, but they could also think of Nagisa, because he's got long hair too. And Ibarra had long hair in one of the cards, so... There's 2 vampires? Yeah, well, pretend vampires. It's Rei and Ritsu. Ritsu hates Rei, though. Apparently. He hustled Ludwig in poker. Oh my god. So, like, he's secretly really good at poker? And he accidentally goes all in, turns his hand over, and is like, you just got sharked. That does sound like a Germa thing. No clue what this is about. We're talking about Spy X Family and Germa, I think. Poker's one of my favorite games. I play it all the time. Oh man, what a sell. That's so funny. You know, the thing is, I respect Germa as a person, but I don't really watch his streams. I think the issue for me is, like, I don't like to watch streamers that have too big of an audience. Because at that point, the chat is so unreadable that it's just like, why are we even here? I may as well just be watching a Let's Play. One of my favorite parts about watching, like, smaller streamers like Scorpy and Wayne Radio TV is, like, or like Thaf9 is I can see everybody talking in chat and just like feel like I'm a part of the conversation. In Germa, it's just like the fucking credits rolling next to the thing. He's streaming right now. I bet you it's in my recommended on the Twitch app. I bet you. Yep, he's playing Elden Ring with 18,000 people watching, and I'm gonna look into it. Yep, chat is moving fast as shit. It's just unreadable. And there's so many Pepes. Oh, he's fighting Millennia. Eh. Oh yeah, like if you watch with your friends, you can have your own private chat. You enjoy being part of the hive mind? Oh yeah. You gonna post Pepes in chat? I am the Germa of ASMR. I can do anything. I mean, Germa had a whole stream where he was in the desert and he was a carnival thing and he was in a dollhouse. I don't know. I saw clips. I saw screenshots. You know... A favorite ES song? I don't know. I'd have to think. Let me check my playlist. I only download my favorite songs from the game. Unfortunately, I have the playlist open right now. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Maybe we should go by which one I've listened to the most. I'm a big fan of Trick with Treat. I Wish You a Happy Halloween is like quickly becoming one of my favorites forever. Heartbeater, big fan of that. I think I've listened to Last Lament like 1,000,000 times. But then again, I've also listened to Emerald Planet like 1,000,000 times. You know, my music app tells me like how my most played is. Yeah, my most played song on my music app is Last Lament. That has 476 plays. I think it's Last Lament. I think that's my favorite. Number 2 is Emerald Planet. Number 3 is Trick with Treat. 4 is Stars Ensemble. 6 is Temptation Magic. And a little bit ways further down, after some other unrelated songs, there's Be the Party Bee, Memoir Antique, 2 Ink Zatsugi Dan. Yeah. I have a feeling that the Happy Halloween song is going to catch up soon, though. Of course, my second most listened to track on here with 438 plays is Touchtone Telephone by Lemon Demon, which that song fucking owns, so stop remembering the sock. You don't know me. Best part of when he gets mad and has one of his insane rants. I remember, was it Germa where he got scared, and I think it was Spooky's House of Jump Scares or something, and he proceeded to beatbox? That was great. The stream for 2.5. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes. You don't know me. Anyway, it's the weekend. I can do what I want. Yeah, I think I can find it right now. It'll just be the audio, but I'm pretty sure I can find it. It disconnected my Bluetooth headphones. Ignore that. Germa beatboxing. Yeah. It's the spooky beatbox. I think this is it.
What are you doing? Got isolation ward key. Run. Go.
So like he got the key and he was like, okay, I gotta run, and then he ran into a jump scare and he made that noise. He was just like, he made that weird, ridiculous noise and then immediately proceeded to beatbox. I know, it's just so ridiculous. Are we naming how many songs we have on our playlist? How many songs do I have? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at how many songs I have. I have 1,349. I don't use Spotify. I don't like that. Isn't Germa a substitute teacher? I'd believe it. Can you imagine if, like, I don't know when he was a substitute teacher, but like you're like a kid, you had him as a teacher, and then one day you're like, hey, do you want one of your friends is like, you want to check out this Germa stream? And you're like, yeah, okay. And you watch it and you're just like, wait a minute. People sing when they're scared. Germa, though, being a consummate professional, beatboxes. Imagine if he still was, he would never get jobs. Teachers aren't allowed to have personal lives. I don't want to talk about like the injustices that people face, but there have been so many cases of like a teacher used to do like adult entertainment, but like now is just working as a regular teacher, and one of the parents finds out about it and they get fired because they used to be like a porn star. Crazy anime gamer, I don't really know what to say. Like, I appreciate you apologizing, but like, I don't think that you think slavery is okay. I just like, we're fundamentally disagreeing over like what I feel is appropriate for this video game to be promoting. Yeah, links are disabled. I mean, the porn bots, man, they're fucking Listen, I'm still fighting them off on Tumblr. It's been a straight month. I cannot go a single day without having to block a porn bot on Tumblr. I have 2.5k songs on your WorkSafe playlist. Nice. Block multiple daily. Yeah, seriously. I mean, it's usually like 2 or 3, but like every single day. Like, if I get a notification from Tumblr, I'm like, great, it's another porn bot. The beautiful women on Tumblr are bothering you. Yes, they are. There's so fucking many of them. Nobody's falling for them, right? Like, there's no way. I don't know. I think is gonna happen is the teacher gonna strip in front of the class. Yeah, seriously. Or they're like worried that the kid might find it. I'm like, you should be looking after your kid better then. Tumblr added a block button to the following notification just because of those porn bots. Yeah, but that doesn't allow me to report them for spam also. I gotta go to their page for that. Oh, you know what I really liked? I remember there was like screenshots of a... Because, you know, right now they're just following, but sometimes the spam bots will, like, get in your DMs and stuff. I remember seeing a comic that was, like... It was an illustration of a screenshotted conversation between somebody and a porn bot. And it was just like, it's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm shoveling dirt into my mouth so I can become one with the earth. And then it just like provides a link to whatever scam website, and the response is, wow, that sounds totally legit and not a scam. Join me in the earth. That is one hell of a Germa quote. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to reflect on this, crazy anime gamer. Like, I'm glad you're seeing things differently. I don't know if that's going to change your opinion on whether or not you want to buy the game. I just don't think anybody should be supporting J.K. Rowling. Especially when, like, the stuff that's related to her works also includes slavery. Oh, somebody voice acted that on YouTube? Oh, great. Anyway. I know we're having a great conversation here. What would you rank Death from Puss in... I haven't seen Puss in Boots yet. I still gotta do that. I also want to see if my Ensemble Stars DVD works in the Blu-ray player in the movie room. Probably won't, but I want to check. What did J.K. Rowling do? I mean, she's pretty well known for being a bigot. Like, she's anti-trans. She's, like... just kind of a shitty person in general. I don't know. She's, like, actively digging herself a deeper hole of bigotry day by day. Really large amount of cool art with flaming skeletons and the letter H. I don't know about the letter H, but isn't that a meme, like The Pack, where it's just like a picture of a flaming skeleton and like flaming text, and it's like, I go to bed at a reasonable hour. Actually, you know what? The most recent thing I read about J.K. Rowling is she wrote another book, because of course she keeps writing books that will never be as successful as Harry Potter, where she had a Polish character not know what the word detective means, because, you know, it's an English word, even though the word for detective in Polish is like the exact same as it is in English. You're a unit of power, Harry. I'm a what? Anyway. I hate to leave it off on such a sour note with JK. You know what? I will say this. Watch Buddy Daddies. And if it turns out that they're gay, I'm gonna have a fucking party. There will be celebrations in the street. When was the last time there was an anime besides Yuri on Ice or like Banana Fish that wasn't specifically BL where like two guys actually ended up together? We've been waiting for this since Naruto and Sasuke. Like, watch Buddy Daddies. Buddy Daddies turns out gay stream. Literally, the stream will just be me scrolling through the Tumblr tag. I'll just be looking at GIFs. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you to everybody who donated and showed up to this ridiculously late stream. I guess this is in a better time zone for some of you. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow. I will try, but I'm going to be doing a lot of recording. Got like 5 audios to get done. But yeah. Fake just names the stream. Yeah, they fucked. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for predicting this. It's true. I probably would do something like that. Have a good night. Go to bed. Farewell.